All right. Good morning from North Caloocan City. It's Tuesday in the Philippines, baby. There's Rory. What's up, buddy? Cebu Rory. How you doing? Laundry day again. Yeah. It sounds like our house. Pretty much every day's laundry day here. We spend as much time running to the back of the house when it starts raining, moving the laundry into the videoke rooms. We do just about anything. Oh no, it's raining. We've got laundry hanging. Hey Dennis, how are you? Dennis Brock Cavite. How are you, sir? All right. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Okay, Roy. Oh, yeah, okay. Here we go on another Tuesday chat from North Caloocan City. Come on in, say hello. Let's solve some of the world's problems, as we always do, every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Oh, hey there. We can see you.
How many lang?
6 right now.
Cowboy? Sup, cowboy?
Renelle, how are you? Clyde Seaside, good morning.
Clyde.
Jim Schultz, Mr. and Mrs. Philo.
Morgan.
Welcome, one and all. Clyde says, good morning, Melanie.
Yeah, I said good morning. Good morning, Clyde. Sir.
I don't know. Is that Tagalog?
No.
Minutius? Okay, Rory. Oh, Mabuti. Mabuti. Looking good, Mrs. Morgan. Oh, diba? Oh. Clyde's always flirting with Melanie. It's okay.
Thank you po, Clyde.
Jim Schultz, Melanie is very maganda today. Oh, diba?
Only today.
Oh.
Only today lang.
She's actually getting ready to go to saw the backyard topless video garden update. Yeah, I know. You know, I almost didn't put it up, Rory. I think that's why the views are so low. My man boobs don't do so well. Melanie, on the other hand, you know. I almost didn't put it up. I just didn't like it, you know. Pasties. Yeah, pasties. Now that's funny. Pasties. Rory, I'm actually trying to increase my views, not completely run them out. I hate to tell you, but you look a lot like that picture on the wall behind you. MRJL, good morning, sir. Representing Angeles City. In Friendship Plaza, I think it's called. It's close to Halloween, so make a fighting site may help. Fighting site.
Some waves. Spider web like.
Yeah, no more topless videos. Not unless I get back to the gym. Frightening topless guy. Oh.
Shit.
Mike Foodie. The chicken legs were awesome. Yes. Tasted just like Mang and Asal.
Is it? Yeah.
Jim Schultz, there is Halloween here, but it's not nearly, you know, the kids a lot of times go to the malls, right? They go trick-or-treating at the malls, and the mall stores will hand out the candy to the kids.
Jollibee program.
Jollibee has always a,
Also McDonald's.
you know, Jollibee and MacDo always have a
Halloween party.
Yeah, they always have a Halloween party.
Hand out balut.
Uy. Clyde, the weather's been nice. Really nice. Kind of hot. Almost, you know, almost summer-like. Yeah, Dennis, it's been really nice here, too.
He said, like, Japan had a good Halloween. Korea was kind of lame. Here we just have sometimes our president and in this subdivision they're having a program for that. For the kids only.
Yeah.
And also some of the fast food like Jollibee, McDonald's, they're asking kids if they wanted to join. Just need to pay like 150 with the foods, including the foods, and then you know they're just choosing the best costume, the best scary of all the kids, and having a prize.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the kids do here. They go to Jollibee or MacDo for a party. Mike Foodie, the garbage truck did actually come, and I think it came right after the chat on Friday.
Yeah.
Or no. Actually, it came during the chat on Friday. Dennis McFarland, what kind of TV do you get? CBS, ABC, Fox. Dennis, we don't actually get any of those. You can get them through various satellite companies and cable companies, but we just have TV Plus and internet. And then I watch like my local Southern California news just on my iPad, you know, with an ABC 7 app. So we don't have Simple Easy. Hello, welcome to the chat. Roy Thomas, so my wife put my 4-year-old, MRJL has Halloween where he lives in Friendship Plaza, but I believe there's probably a lot of foreigners there in Friendship Plaza. That might be the difference. Like there's really no Halloween decorations here in our barangay. It's more Christmas really than anything. Christmas kind of kills the Halloween buzz here, I think, for the most part. Rory says, my wife put my 4-year-old into modeling. They put lipstick and eyeliner on her. Don't like it at all. Oh, yeah. Seems a little young for that, right?
To make it scary lang. You know, lipstick make it the blood.
No, he's talking about his wife put their 4-year-old child into some modeling program, and now she's wearing makeup, and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's not good, but it really needs to happen.
There you go. Rory says he's got Signal, which I think is satellite TV. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a cable. It's a cable.
Yeah, kids should be kids. Yeah, there's a big controversy about that in the U.S. There's always there's always some bye-bye. Bye, Mama. Be careful out there. She's going to the local mall with Mama. Her mother. Her mother's here. They're gonna go seaside. Who does my makeup for the live show? Oh, can you tell? I probably got lipstick now. The show just went to hell. Yeah, Melanie left. It's all downhill from there. And we have 12 in the room and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Bye-bye, everybody. Joke long. Hey, I used to carry the show pretty good before Melanie started coming in, so we'll see if I've still got it. She'll probably be back. She'll probably be back before we're done, I'm sure, because she's only going to the local Class A mall right outside the front gate there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I do know that there won't be trick-or-treaters showing up at the front door here. They just really don't do that here, you know. A lot of the families probably can't afford to buy the candy to hand out to the kids. So it's like Melanie said, the HOA president here might do something. There might be something that comes up. Hello, England Isaac. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. Party on. Simple Easy. Do you support Trump? I support nobody. I live in the Philippines. I support Duterte. Nice, England Isaac. Good to hear. I'm enjoying life too most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, Rory, there's, you know, there's some weird shit going on here. Sometimes. Lots of good things happen here too, though. That's the good part. Yeah. Yeah, Mike Foodie. It looked almost identical to a T-bone steak before we cut it down. And it really just was not that, it really just wasn't that good, you know? So, Mike Foodie, there's been a couple of expats arrested for, how do we say it? Improperly displaying pictures and or things of young Filipino children. Rory Thomas says, with satellite signal, I do not get local Cebu news. Oh. We could get a TV Plus for that, Rory, right? Wouldn't a TV Plus work? And those things are so cheap. England Isaac, how do you make your money? I'm currently not making any money. I'm unemployed. I'm a pensioner, Rory. Sorry, England Isaac. I'm very soon to be a pensioner. Clyde says his barbecue looked identical to a T-bone steak before I cut it down. Now it looks like a bone. There you go. Had a little bit of a workout, got back out yesterday and did a monster walk, actually. Got a little bit of footage of that, but not too much. I just had my iPhone with me. Although it takes great video. Yeah, Rory. SNR. SNR membership, that's a fun place to go, you know, because it's a little slice of America almost. So much like Costco in the U.S. Dennis Brock eats pizza at SNR on Mondays. Eric De La Cruz, good morning, sir. Thanks for coming in and saying hi, Eric. Good to see you again. Is that a welder's mask in your avatar? Yeah, Rory, they serve a really big pizza there. We always get the deluxe 18, I think it is, and that's a big pizza, man. Yeah, Clyde is saying that it was, yeah. He's talking about getting a visa for his fiance's niece to come to Australia, and that how difficult that was because of the child protection laws. Jim Schultz, no, we do not have an oven. We only have stovetop cooking here. No oven. Anybody have any experience with the New Zealand beef? We have finally just decided to, yeah, Mike Foodie. I've already done an SNR video. It's in the video list if you go down, but I'll do another one. Everybody loves that place, so we'll do another one there. But I do have one in there already. Sunshine Cooper. Hello. Sunshine Cooper is the queen of sunshine. There you go. You might want to check out her channel. Oh, Jim, we're talking about, we're not cooking pizza. We're talking about buying pizza from SNR shopping. SNR shopping here in the Philippines is a lot like Costco in the U.S. Actually, it looks identical to Costco. They must be affiliated somehow, because it looks identical on the inside to Costco. Everything's sold the same way in bulk. No, yes, yes. We were just talking about Halloween. We don't really have any plans for Halloween. We might take the kids to... we do have a microwave, Jim, yes. There might be something that happens here in the barangay for the kids. We don't know yet. We haven't heard anything. Sunshine Cooper, it's going very good here. Thank you. Sam's Club, yeah. Sam's Club is a lot like Costco, is a lot like... Ooh, Dr. Pepper. Now there's an acquired taste. Yeah, Clyde, I've heard about those turbo ovens. Tuck Tuck Kelly uses one of those. And he's posted some pretty good looking stuff, including a big chunk of stuffed lechon that he did in that turbo oven. He seems to think they're pretty good. I wonder what the cleanup is like on that, though. Sunshine, I've been here since the 7th of January, living 24/7. Oh, it's easy clean. Okay, Clyde. Yeah, Rory, the SNR with us is really, really close. No, that's January 7th of 2018. So I'm, what, 10 months in now? 11 months almost? Yeah, we're lucky. The SNR is very close. It's if there's no traffic, we're there in 15 minutes on the motorbike. Very close. But we can't really take the motorbike because you know what happens when you get there. You buy way more than you think you're going to buy, so we end up having to just take a grab car home. Melanie and I could ride the scooter there, and then I could put her in a grab to go home because we'd have so much stuff, way more than we can put in our our carrier on the motorbike. No, sunshine, I'm retired. I'm not in the Army right now. Look and see what's a good alternative to peanut oil to fry a turkey for Thanksgiving. No, yes, yes. Grab car is like Uber. If you've heard of Uber, Grab is the Uber in Asia. Actually, Grab bought out Uber in Asia, so. Yeah, it's the very same concept. You load an app onto your phone, and with your data connection, you connect with the driver. He comes and picks you up, and it's a preset price. So sometimes it's better than taking a taxi. Although, you know, if you can find an honest taxi driver, the taxi is always the easiest way. Always the easiest way to get around, or cheapest way to get around. Actually, the white taxis here are cheap. Mike Foodie says canola oil is the way to go when frying a turkey. And he is our resident chef, our resident Canadian chef. Yeah, that's right, Clyde. There's a second one. Is it called Hype? Yeah, there is a second one that's starting. Rory Thomas says he spent 257 pesos from SNR to your house. What's it cost us? I think ours is typically about 140. That's how close we are to the SNR. It's about 140 or 150 is the quote that we get. Oh, actually, I could see, huh? Let's see what it quotes me right now. Sunshine, I've never lived in Thailand, although I've visited quite a few times. Ah, I've still got the Uber app on my phone. How funny. Where's Grab? Grab, Grab. Where is my Grab app? There it is. Let's see what I get quoted right now. Wow, it's that fast. 3 minutes per pound? Oh, yeah, Sunshine. That's just something Melanie picked up that she thought was cool. Doesn't seem to be coming up. Well, this might be it. Let me see. Commonwealth Avenue. Yeah, that's it. It's showing 184 for me right now if I was to get a grab car there. 184. Yeah, sunshine. I'm here for good. Yeah, Roy, I believe that Cebu, SM Seaside Cebu is the 4th or 5th largest in the country. It's number 4 or 5, or maybe it's even a little bit lower in the list. SM Mega is number 1. SM North is number 2. Mall of Asia is number 3. But I know I saw that SM Seaside Mall in Cebu. I saw it in the list somewhere. I don't remember where it's at. Clyde is saying, why would you deep fry a turkey? They say it's awesome, Clyde. I don't know. They say it tastes awesome. I have actually never had one. Never had a deep fried turkey, so I am the wrong person to ask. I know nothing about it. Yeah. Something about, I have a lot of friends in Southern California that would go out to the desert and do these are motorcycle people, dirt bike riders, motorcycle folks. There you go. Deep fried turkey is, according to Mike Foodie, it's fast and delicious and not oily at all. I guess it's not in there long enough, right? I guess the turkey is not in there long enough, the oil long enough for it to become oily. Turkey MREs, Jim Schultz. Clyde Seaside says, low heat and in a roasting bag, baby. That's the way to do it. The only problem I see with deep frying a turkey is what do you do with all of the oil? I guess you could reuse the oil. I guess you could reuse it a little bit at a time. You also have to be careful with that thing, right? Because I've seen people that use one of those deep fryers and then maybe they have too much oil in it and it goes over the side when you put the turkey in. Turkeys typically take about 4 or 5 hours, don't they? A 14-pound turkey would take about 4 hours, maybe, at 300 or so. I don't know. Been too long for me since I cooked one. Turn the fire off before you lower the bird in. Oh, okay. So you would actually... Clayton Stanley, good morning. How are you, sir? Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Solving the World's Problems from North Caloocan City. We do our best. Not a lot of people out there today. We are slow on the Tuesday chat, which is fine. We're doing this all on a trial basis. We might just move it to Fridays only. Fed up. How are you? So far, no sea stories. Thanks for joining the chat, Fed Up. Clayton Stanley, welcome. There you go. That's how you would determine the. Yeah, that's a good idea, Roy. I like that. You got to work smarter, not harder, right? Jim Schultz, they cannot just come to the U.S. for vacation, although some have. Tourist visas very difficult to get for a Filipina. Fiancé visas are fairly easy, just takes a little bit of time and money. Tourist visas very difficult to get for a Filipina to come to the U.S. Didn't say it was impossible, but it's very difficult. Not going to be easy. MRJL, sounds like you're going through some title issues, maybe with your home or one of your rentals. I don't know. It is very much a 198-step process, though. You're right, man. It's just a grind. They make it everything so difficult. Put them in a carry-on luggage. Yeah, Rory knows his turkey frying, is what he's saying. Never baked one, but always fried them. Or no, you have. You said you baked one or roasted one 14 years ago. Yeah, Jim, for a Filipina to get a tourist visa, she's got to have a certain amount of money in the bank. She's got to be a homeowner. It helps to own a car, too. Maybe even be a business person. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can get a sponsor. But it's pretty much a no-go for Filipinos to go to the U.S. Yeah. K-1 visa is, pretty easy to get. Takes about 5 months in most cases, as long as nothing goes wrong. But then you got to marry her. She's got to marry you within 90 days, or she's in violation of her visa status. The fiancé visa is easier, yeah. Yeah, everybody else just walks in. Yeah, that's right, Jim. Who you know and who you pay, according to Dennis Brock. Yeah, if you know somebody, that's probably true too. Deep fry a prime rib. Wow. Man, every time we start talking about food, my stomach starts growling. Oh, transferring your wife's mother's property. That's right. You told me before. Send them to Mexico, walk over, and they can get so many benefits. They can take care of you. Huh. Actually, I don't think Mexico's on the list. I think there's 68 countries now. There was just some law passed. I believe there's 68 countries a Filipino can go to. But I don't think Mexico's on the list. We had that discussion on Facebook a couple of days ago. Melanie and I have decided that the next time we go to SNR, we're just going to splurge and spend the money on the ribeye steaks they have there. I need to get it out of my head, the quality I would get in the U.S. and how beautiful the steak was there and how readily available it was. I need to get that out of my head. I'm never going to find that here. What I was able to get from the butcher in the U.S. So I like the 1-inch thick marbleized ribeyes. Just a beautiful cut of meat. And I've seen ribeyes here, but they're 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Not what I like. Was thinking of that, but could not bring myself to spend the money on the beef. Okay, most fills are basically Mexican. That's what I tell my wife. Mexican and Chinese. Oh, MRJL's going the lawyer route. Dennis Brock is saying the beef at SNR is good. Yeah, it does look good. And there's a few different types that you can buy. One type's a little bit more expensive than the other, so we need to spend some time and look at it next time. But Melanie misses that cut, that taste of a good steak, you know, that we would get, that we'd make in the U.S. Thanks, Jim. Normally it's Clyde that's harassing me about bacon and steak. Today I got Jim throwing it at me too. Montana beef. Ah, Philippine scenes. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Tuesday morning in North Caloocan and doing good. We were talking about Halloween or a lack of Halloween thereof, and then Clayton Stanley, I have heard that a lot of the beef in the Philippines is from Australia, yes. Which makes sense. Australia's relatively close. And the current exchange before H gets here. Oh, you're talking about H. Let's see what the bank rate is today. The bank rate. Oh, it's not loading. Oh, there we go. According to the Manila Bulletin, the nation's leading newspaper, our exchange rate for today is AUD 38.5, USD 54.1. 54.1. And there's a big story here about Jollibee to open in Manhattan, New York. Nice. Sure, there's plenty of Filipinos in New York. Okay, 54.1. So it's holding. Is it too hot for good beef cows? Good question. Dennis says it's too hot for the good steak only. That's a great question, Jim. I have no idea, man. Does anybody have any farming experience that would know that in the room? I have no idea why the... No more. Fed Up says, I will not miss the beef like chicken and pork. Easy to digest. No more Jollibee. Coke for Joseph. I think he's talking about Joseph in Manila and Jinky. Rory sent money at 52.78. Yeah, you always take a little bit of a hit. When I'm using Western Union, it's always a 1 peso hit at least. Rory has a friend in UK. Likes to say they are all Puerto Ricans, live on an island. I've heard that Zoom is good. I've also heard that TransferWise is really good. But I haven't tried any of those because I've got everything set up. And it's so easy through Western Union for me that I'm hesitant to have to go through that whole setup stage again with somebody else. Clayton Stanley was told the reason the beef is no good because we don't have a lot of grassland to feed them on. Okay. It's probably Clyde thinks it's the humidity here that's killing the beef. A lot of our live export beef cattle are raised in hot, dry conditions. Yeah. When you choose your cut of beef, select pieces that are not so dark red. Pinkish red is best with fat marbling. There you go. Yeah, man, I miss those ribeyes I would get in the U.S. Why am I using Western Union? I don't know. Fed up. Started using them 5 or 6 years ago and just never never found a need or a reason to go anywhere else. How much would they charge to send $100? I've got no idea. That's such a small amount of money. I wouldn't send it. I send 1,000 at a time. $1,000 is about, I think, an $8 charge. If I wanted cash, if I wanted to go into a Western Union and pick up the 1,000 in cash in USD, I believe the charge is about $8, maybe a little bit less. Yeah. You're always going to pay something or another with somebody. If I do a bank-to-bank transfer with Western Union, there's no charge for that at all, but I take a little bit of a hit on the exchange rate. I'm going to take a hit on the... Okay, Roy Thomas is talking about... No. Yeah, and if I do a bank-to-bank, there's no charge at all from Western Union. But if the rate's 54, I get the rate at 53. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take, about a... Beef cattle needs a lot of food and water to fatten up. Yeah, feeding them corn will fatten them up. Yeah. Yeah. And you know how it is. When you get something all set up, when I go online to that Western Union site and I log in, they already know who I'm going to send the money to because I've done 100 transfers to Melanie's bank account already. So it's just like 2 clicks. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. So, yeah, sure, I could try TransferWise, which might be $1 cheaper, but then I've got to go through the whole... Yeah, I've got to go through the whole setup thing again and put Melanie's long address in there and her bank account, and it's just... Maybe one day I'll do it. I don't know. It's not worth it to me to save $1. I'm already got it set up, so. Do they ever eat the carabao? Good question, Jim. I've got no idea. Clyde Seaside, you got banned by WU. Well, that's odd. They don't have to tell you why. I know a lot of Filipinas have been banned at Western Union. They based it on Filipinos that were receiving money from multiple foreigners. And it was a big story. Happened back in late 2014, early 2015 maybe. They banned a ton of Filipinas that were receiving money from multiple foreigners. I guess there were so many complaints that went in from the foreigners to Western Union that they started investigating a lot of the Filipinas and banned a bunch of them. Clayton Stanley says, Fed Up wants to know why I use Daba all the time. When you live here, everybody says that all the time. Daba, Daba, Daba. Okay, Philippine scenes. Ooh, Dunkin' Donuts. That makes me hungry too. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Great to see you again. Plenty of room in the backyard for a good Angus. Clyde says that World Remit is easier and cheaper than Western Union. I have a PayPal account as well. Mike Foodie. I want to start a PI GoFundMe. Rain Man, what's up, buddy? What's up, mofo? Philippine scenes? I'll send you some load. Okay, see ya. How much is a cup of coffee in Starbucks in the PI? Like a regular cup of coffee would probably be, I want to say 130 pesos. If you're just going to get like a grande, yeah, I guessed it right. It's 170 pesos, Philippine Scene says. Now, I don't know if he's talking about Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. It's actually more expensive in the Philippines, Rain Man says. A cow in the backyard would help my veggies. Would it help my veggies or eat all my veggies? $170 would be $3, and yeah, that's probably double, right, for a small cup of coffee. Probably double the price of the U.S. for a small cup of coffee, I think. I seem to think it was less than $2 in Southern California at Starbucks for the small cup. If Philo butchered an animal at his house, his neighbors would call the cops so fast. I don't know. Would they? Starbucks piped coffee is more expensive than in the USA. Ah. I need to do more travel videos. Okay. Well, we're hoping to do like I don't know, a couple of days getaway here with the kids. They're going to be out of school here, I think, in the next couple of weeks for something. Who knows? They're always out of school for something. And we're going to do a couple of nights in Parañaque, or we don't know yet. One of the places that Eric from Video Lex recommends through Airbnb. Cops would not come in the Philippines for animal calls. Rory says he's drinking Bose coffee. Tastes about the same, but it's cheaper than Starbucks. Did everyone hear about Paul Allen dying yesterday? No, didn't hear about that. Paul Allen. Yeah, there you go. MRJL's making his own coffee at home. Clyde, I take USD to Thailand and transfer it there because your exchange rate on the street in Thailand is always really good. It's always really high on the dollar, okay, on the USD. You obviously would take AUD there. We carry USD into Bangkok and then just go to the nearest money changer. Black Rifle Coffee is a veteran-owned company. Great coffee. Oh, there you go. Butcher with karaoke to mask the noise. Oh, Paul Allen of Microsoft. That Paul Allen. Buy a French press. What is my Facebook account? MRJL, I don't have a Facebook set up for the channel yet. That's something I got to do. He was also owner of the Seahawks. Ah, yeah, that's right. Owner of the Seahawks. Roy Thomas getting your last 4 boxes. Nice. Boolaloo, Jim. That was boolaloo that we made. And that's a very, very famous Filipino dish here. It's loved by very many. There are restaurants that are dedicated to boolaloo, the same as there are restaurants dedicated to pho, the Vietnamese pho. Oh, you looked for me, MRJL. I see. Oh, my regular account. Yeah, I haven't set up a I haven't set up a Facebook for the YouTube. Yeah. Oh, a stopover in China. Yeah, the peso's probably dead in China. Look what it is in the U.S. Did I get a marriage visa? Fed up. I brought Melanie to the U.S. on a K-1. We were actually in the U.S. That was our goal, is to live there and get the kids there. And it didn't work out for us, so we had to come here. We had to come to the Philippines. Told the fiance to use the AUD. Yeah. Or she could even send, you could non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's cancer, right? It's like a cancerous tumor somewhere. Yeah, MRJL, they have taken away the messaging function, I believe, on YouTube, haven't they? Or I thought they did. I thought that's something that was no longer available on YouTube, where you could message back and forth. Yes, Mike Foodie, you can exchange your Canadian dollars anywhere. Although I've never seen, I'm sure that you can. Oh, okay, MRJL. Did you do that in the comment section on one of the videos? Actually, I thought... Okay. Ah. Clyde, I have never... How long is their layover in China? That they're going to exchange money. A lot of the airports will take any currency. I know Taipei will take USD at most of the restaurants. When I flew into Taipei. That's just an example. I don't really know. And I'm pretty sure that Incheon does too. You can use USD at Taco Bell or anywhere that you eat there. Does the Canadian money still have the British Queen on it? Oh, Mike says, yeah. Yeah. ATM card should work too, Clyde, at an international airport. I know I've used my ATM in Incheon. I've used my ATM card in Taipei. Just a thought. I got behind. Sorry. Blood cancers. Okay, this is crazy given the Filipinos such a hard time on a visa. We have them in our military. This is BS, I think, when we have everyone coming in south of the border. Yeah. We need to open up an In-N-Out burger in the Philippines. Oh, man. Wouldn't that be something? In-N-Out burger in the Philippines. Wow. That's something else that Melanie really, really loved. We had an In-N-Out real close to our house there in Southern California. Actually, she worked at Walmart as a cashier. The In-N-Out was just outside the front door of the Walmart. So when Melanie had her first In-N-Out burger, she was just in awe. She couldn't believe that a hamburger could taste so good, because a lot of the places here just use that. It's not really a hamburger. It's kind of a weird, you guys know what I mean. Like Angel Burger and Burger Machine, and it's not a real burger. It's just some kind of a weird thing with mayonnaise and banana ketchup on it. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, it's a sausage patty. Is that what you're trying to say? It's not you know, like you would get at Burger King, a big, what looks like a big piece of beef. Waffle House. We found a Denny's, which is kind of odd, but we found a Denny's at SM North, or actually it was Trinoma, I think, that has a Denny's. Rain Man has commented on this before, that In-N-Out is overrated. He does not like In-N-Out burger. Ken Unger, welcome to the chat, and Ken likes buffalo meat. Oh, Clyde, yeah. It's a very popular hamburger chain ran by the Mormon Church in the southwest United States. Nevada, Arizona, California. You should take the kiddos to Subic, to the Philippines version of SeaWorld. Yeah. We were in Subic back in April, and we had a really good time there. We stayed on the base at a place that had an awesome pool. Kids love to swim. Subic's kind of a fun place. It's like going back to the USA. And then you can just walk out the gate to into Olongapo and to Filipino madness. You can have the best of both worlds right there. Great place. Love Subic. What a burger. Yeah, I've seen that, MRJL. What a burger. Somebody told me, what was the name of the place? I can't remember it now. What the hell was the name of that place? Nathan's. There's a place called Nathan's, but I guess there's not very many of them. There's one over, not in Mall of Asia, but across the street from Mall of Asia. Supposed to be really, really good. Got it from one of the other vloggers. A guy named Misfit Rider, Manila. He's, I don't know a lot about the guy, but he has a very heavy country accent. It's like he's from Georgia or something. And he's a big guy. He rides a 650. Check him out, you guys. Misfit Rider, Manila. Really nice guy. Five Guys Burgers. Yeah, now they're popular. They're just, Five Guys is something that's just showing up in Southern California. They haven't been in Southern California very long, but they're really big in Indiana, where I'm from, originally. I've heard that secret to a good burger is a buttered and toasted bun. Yeah, that's true. Bob Dylan, welcome to the chat. And that was right on point. I see where Subic has changed a lot since I was there in 91. Yeah. I was stationed there in 85, Clayton, and it's a very different place. So fun. Canada is legalizing marijuana on Wednesday. Wow. It's also been legalized in Southern California, where I'm from. If you go to Subic for their SeaWorld or Zubik Safari, get a local. Yeah. I've heard that, Clyde, that it's half price for the locals. Ah, QB Point. Very nice. So we were there at the same time. I came through on a Westpac in '85. Culver's Butter Burgers in Northern Illinois, Wisconsin area. Okay, Bob Dylan, thanks for coming in, buddy. Great to see you again. His Poetry, welcome to the chat. How are you? No. Didn't see any naked pictures of Kanye. They didn't actually put those in the Manila Bulletin here in Philippines. Last Friday, you saw blindfolded boxing in Cebu. Pretty funny. Blindfolded boxing. Oh, hung like a tic tac. Okay, I get the joke now. A black man hung like a tic tac. Yeah, Wisconsin cheese is the best. Ain't that the truth? Roy says, I saw a video of a white guy in a yard talking about a garden. Kind of creepy and hot at the same time. Very funny. Bob Dylan. I probably wouldn't be able to look at those naked pics even if I wanted to. They're probably blocked here in the Philippines. Oh my. I'm tired today. What exactly is a cheese curd? Rory is asking. I think that's the cheese before it's actually cheese. I think the cheese curd is the cheese before it's actually cheese. Bob Dylan, behave yourself. Ken Unger says that cheese curd is the bomb, baby. Have webcam. Maybe if I start doing Hangouts, Bob Dylan, then you can. I was looking at the Google Hangouts and I couldn't figure out how to get it started. So I guess I'm a dummy. I gotta go to YouTube and get a tutorial. Be right back, guys. Just a second. Oh. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, we always start talking about food in here, and yeah, balls of mozzarella. There you go. One of the best friends in the States is from Wisconsin, always talking about curds, but never explained. There you go. I ate too much cheese and salami one night. Hard to get my gallbladder removed. Too much cheese and salami. Why did I choose this area to live? I actually didn't choose it. Melanie was here paying the mortgage on this house since 2011. So I didn't actually choose the area. Melanie did. Just a CR break, guys. I'm not going to show any naked pics of me. That's not going to get me any views. I can't even get anybody to look at my man boobs on my last video. If you close your eyes and eat cheese curds, it'll taste like pieces of mild cheddar. Oh, there you go. Ah, Ken Unger. He's heading to the fridge now. He's got baby Swiss and hard salami. Is Cebu City better than Manila? I don't know, really. Depends on... They're both very busy cities. I do know that. Depends on what you're after. I guess if you were in Cebu City, you're closer to beachy type areas, where in Manila, there's really no beach. So I guess it would depend on what you're after, Jim, what type of lifestyle you want to live. There you go. Rory is in Cebu, about 4 kilometers from city center. Okay. Mike Foodie has leftover Chinese food he's going to heat up. You guys are killing me. I've got nothing, man. Although Melanie said she'd bring me a cheeseburger and fries from the mall. How many people live in Manila these days? That's probably a Googleable question. We'd have to Google that. Let's see. Population. We'll go population of Metro Manila. Just see what comes up. $12.8 million, it says. But that's as of 2015 census. Whoa, that can't be right. And then I've got another one that says 106 million as of 2018. Oh, I see. 12.8 is the metropolitan area. So the 106 million must be including NCR. 106 million. There you go. I saw your pink circular furry nips. Have your nipples pierced live on YouTube? I ain't doing that. I like the main island closer to good hospitals. Yeah. Ah, bucket of Jollibee chicken. You're going to be happy. Now that's good stuff. Clayton Stanley says he was in the Manila area yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting here on Google. I just Googled the population of Metro Manila. Oh, yeah, it's population of the Philippines. Sorry. Yeah, it's showing 12.8 million for Metro Manila. So 106 million for the country. It also says that Manila is the second largest city in the Philippines. According to Google, Manila is the second largest city. MRJL likes Dumaguete. A lot of foreigners there, yeah. I've heard that Dumaguete is a good place. Valencia, I always thought, looked really nice, too. Yeah, Clyde, I had it wrong. I was looking at that. They said foreigners will hit 10 million strong in 2030. Yeah. Jim Schultz heard that Marines take dumps in holes in their backyards. Close. I take a dump in a hole inside my house. How many roaches live in Manila? And we've got a few. We've got a few roaches here. Shocking how big they get. Quezon City has a larger population than Manila. Yeah, Quezon City is the largest. I agree, yeah. Quezon is massive. You can be riding a bus through Quezon City for 2 hours and you're still in Quezon City. There seems to be a lot of cars. I wonder how they afford them. We've talked about this before. There's definitely a lot of cars. I mean, if you're in Metro Manila, you're stuck in traffic. Just in my neighborhood here, though, where I live, I'd say about 30% of the homeowners in my neighborhood have a car. About 3 out of 10 homes own a car. So the congestion that we have in the Manila proper is you can ride those roaches, yeah. Clayton Stanley says he was in Quezon City yesterday. Yeah, Clyde says in 2 hours you've only gone 3 miles. See you, Clayton. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. We'll see you on the next one. Rory says he has a neighbor with all adult kids living with parents, a total of 6 people and 6 cars. Wow. That's amazing. And it's just the opposite here where I live. Almost nobody has a car. Yeah, I'd kind of like to get a trike also, fed up. Eventually, I would imagine that we'll have both. We'll probably at some point along the way end up buying a car, but it's just that right now we just don't seem to need one. So we're not in a big hurry to buy a car. I look at them all the time. If we're at the mall or something, we did a family fun day SM video on Sunday, and I went into the Suzuki dealership again, like I always do, just to look at the cars. And they've got some cool stuff, man. That Suzuki Philippines is pretty damn cool. Yeah, I can take it to SNR. That's a good point. Even a trike you can take to SNR here. a Harley dealer this week just to see the price difference. Oh, the Harley Davidson. Now, I've never been inside a Harley Davidson dealership here, although I've drove past one. Where were we at? I think there's one in Quezon City somewhere. When Melanie and I were going to SM North to hang out with Brian and Louisa, we were on the UV Express and they took some kind of a back road and we ended up right by a Harley dealership. Pretty weird, I thought. But Jim Schultz, you don't need a motorcycle license? No, you're okay. You can come here with just your American driver's license. You'll be fine. You don't need to get a special motorcycle license. Yeah, Rory, those L300s are cheap, dude, for a brand new one. My neighbor's got one. I think we've had this discussion before, but yeah, the L300 is a great looking little truck, and very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Yeah, San Juan City or Green Hills. I've seen that one too. We've driven past it before. Going to, I don't know. This was back when Uncle was here and we had the car. $180 Golden Boy. All right. Thanks for joining the chat, $180 Golden Boy, and welcome. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Yeah, it's on EDSA. That's correct, Rain Man. I have driven past that Harley Davidson several times. Fed Up, I was in Subic. Welcome, 180 Golden Boy from Sheffield, United Kingdom. Huh? Jim Schultz, you might have some delay going there. I am back. But you're right, I did go to the CR. Yeah. Rory, you could also rent that out, you know. You could drive it and rent it out to another family to take them somewhere for the day. So you could make a little money with it. I was even thinking about buying one of those things because my neighbor's got one and he loves it. He's like, yeah, he goes, this is the best car I've ever owned in my life. Of course, he uses it for business. Yeah. But he loves it. My neighbor, the guy right next door to me. Yeah, Jim, I went through there on a Westpac in '85. We spent 60 days in the Philippines. 2 different 30-day stints. And it was all Liberty. We hardly worked at all. So we had it made when I went through there. Naval Air Station North Island. Is that Coronado? Was stationed in Coronado for a little while too, training with the SEALs. Yeah, Rory Thomas. It's not a yeah, but you know when you're in the Philippines, that's all you want is functionality, and it's inexpensive. I think it's one of the most inexpensive vehicles you can buy because there's not a lot to it. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of fancy gadgets on it, and it's a very solid truck for sure. Golden Boy, yes, you just extend every 30 days while you're here as a tourist. No problem. Just go to the Bureau of Immigration every 30 days and extend. It's very, very easy. Nothing to worry about. Jim Schultz, April or May. All right. That's a good time to come. Good time to come to the Philippines. Hotter in hell, but it's a good time to come. That is our summertime. Yeah, I don't, I don't think I don't think that truck's even offered in automatic. That's one of the few that you can't. The bucket of chicken just arrived. I'm jealous. Yeah, Coronado, you're right, Mike Foodie. I remember I was stationed down there. Of course, I'm a young guy at the time, but I was stationed down in that area. I want to say late 85, early 86. And yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. The beaches have some type of a gold metal flake in the sand. It's amazing. Southern California isn't really known for its beaches, but because our water's so cold there, Jim Schultz is frozen or something because he thinks that I'm still out of the room. Somebody help Jim. Are condos easy to rent for 2 to 3 months? Yes. 180 Golden Boy, I have heard that Airbnb is one of the best ways to go here, although I've never used them. I've never used Airbnb, but I'm going to try here really soon. 2 to 3 months at a time. 10,000 to 15,000 pesos a month, so it's $200. $200 to $300 a month. I think so. Yeah, I think you're okay there. Yeah, I think Jim is frozen. He something's going on there. He's viewing an empty room. Oh yeah, and that's some bridge even, right? I mean, that bridge is pretty impressive. But yeah, it's just to anybody who's lucky enough, that bought a house there or something 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and they're, it's paid for. Can you imagine the gold mine they're sitting on today? Packers just won at the very end. Yeah, Jim, we were kind of. So, Jim, was the chat moving for you? It's just nobody in the room? The chat was moving? That's funny. Yeah. You might want to think about Golden Boy splitting your time, maybe between, I don't know, maybe between Manila and Batangas or Manila and Cebu, something like that. Because Manila is a pretty awesome place to be, too. I mean, once you get the hang of the city, there's so much to do here, and it's a lot of fun. It gets a really bad rep, but I can tell you because I live here that it's a great place to hang out. Even for a month, if you're going to do 3 months in the Philippines, doing a month here in Manila, and use the internet to see the top things to do here, and you'll have a great time. Fed Up is looking for a yaya. Oh, the chat was moving. Now that's funny. Oh, thanks for that, Golden Boy. Yeah. And I've got quite a few videos of the area, so you'll be able to, get some. You'll be able to get some information from our channel. We know that for sure. We've been all over Manila. We've been down in Cebu. We've been up to La Union province and northern Luzon. So give you a pretty good look at the country, at least the island of Luzon, and Mindoro as well. Bob Dylan says he swam in sewage at a beach in Davao. Ooh. Rain Man says he hates the Packers, but sorry, the chat's flashing on my end again. But Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. Go Bears. Okay, Rain Man likes the Bears, you guys. I've heard that the Rams, LA Rams, are the only undefeated team now. Wow. Golden Boy, if you're staying in a resort-style, condo-style type place, you're going to have good internet, more than likely. Unless you're down in Palawan. If you were to Palawan is, even parts of Mindoro have pretty bad internet, but direct stable internet is not something you're going to have really anywhere in the Philippines, although it should be pretty good in Manila. It's good here where I'm at. Which island has the prettiest girls? Take your pick. They're everywhere. Yeah, Fed Up, Subic Bay is considered not a very safe place to swim either, believe it or not. Even though the water is relatively clear, it said there's a lot of bacteria there in that water. I know several expats that live there in the Barrio Barreto, Subic area that will not swim in Subic Bay because they've either gotten sick from swimming there or they've got an open cut or something. Golden Boy says that he hears that darts are played a lot in the Philippines. Now, that's something I cannot verify for you. There's definitely a share of English-type pubs around that have darts available, but pool is something that's played here way more than darts. Just my experience, okay? I like darts too, for sure. I'm with you. It's okay, Fed Up. You can drop a little word here and there. That's no big deal here. We are not easily offended by words of such nature here. Brush up on your karaoke and you'll be fine. That's true. Okay, Jim Schultz, thanks for coming in and saying hi, buddy. Great to see you again. And I'm thinking about moving the live chat to Friday only, just because I want to get back into working out real heavily, and I'm just thinking that Tuesday and Friday is too much. I'm thinking that once a week is going to be enough. MRJL says that Subic has a lot of wrecks from the war. Yeah, I've heard that too, although I'm not a diver. I'm not certified to dive. Golden Boy knows a few Filipinos that come over to Thailand and play. Well, it's a different perspective. Definitely a different perspective. Oh, MRJL. Okay, you're certified. That's right. You told me that before. I've got a friend from the U.S. who just went down to Cebu and did a bunch of diving on Malispuca. What the hell's the name of that island? Malispucia. I know I'm murdering that. Just a second. Let me look and see. Cebu, because I want to get it right. Rory probably knows what I'm talking about. Malice. How do you say that, you guys? No, I don't know. Just looking at it really quickly, I don't see where he was at. If anybody knows, yeah, I saw the walk on Bataan, and we watched a little bit of the Mount Samat. My wife's been there. Most wrecks from World War II are now jeepneys. Yeah, that's true. Everybody, well, in the Philippines, you don't have to sound good. It's just everybody sings here. Nobody worries about sounding good or not. In the U.S., karaoke is very different. People won't sing unless they can sing. Rory Thomas started a new rule at his house: only English or you get banned for 24 hours. Wow, there you go. Now that's throwing the gauntlet, baby. That's throwing down the gauntlet. Golden Boy, I have not read that book, but it sounds pretty cool. I'm trying to find the name of that island that my buddy went to. It was like a whole dive package that he did. It begins with an M, but I don't see it. Just by looking here quickly, I don't see it. There's certainly quite a few small islands around the island of Cebu, isn't there? Don't know. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, the Japanese that were here. Yeah, Return to Bataan. John Wayne movie. Malapiscua. There you go. Malapiscua. Although I can't find it on the map anywhere. Let me see if I can type that in, or let me see if I can copy and paste that. Because now I'm curious. There we go. Oh, there we go. And where is that in relationship to? Oh, okay. It's north of Cebu. I see. Well, that's funny. I was looking right there and didn't see it. I didn't zoom in far enough. That's why. Wow, that is remote. No wonder the pictures he took were so good. Wow. That is out there. Thanks for that, Roy. National Geographic Shark Island, Cebu. Was watching Golden Boy says he was watching a John Wayne clip the other night, his last ever Oscars appearance on YouTube. Wow. Yeah, he was quite the actor, right? That guy. I mean, yeah. 7,000 islands and 1/3 of the population can swim. It's true. That is true. My wife and kids can swim pretty good, but they're scared swimmers. You know what I mean? They don't want to be in an area where they can't touch the bottom for very long. So, oh wow, he died 2 months after the Oscar. Okay. Yeah, he was a real man's man there. John Wayne. So you guys, we have a new business venture coming up. We've been offered, or we know a friend of the family who's selling a Jeepney. And we're going to go look at the Jeepney today. So maybe I'll put that on record that on the GoPro and put it up. I think it's 5,500 USD he's asking. And the Jeepney already has a route. The Jeepney makes 800 pesos a day. So Fed up. Hit the thumbs up. Thanks for that, buddy. Sorry, got behind. A Sand Mig sounds good right now. The more you guys live stream, the thirstier I get. Golden Boy. I didn't have to take a bike test. When I came over, the license that was given to me was automatically good for car and motorbike. Good question, Mike Foodie. We have a couple of people in mind. Could be Melanie's brother. It could be there's somebody else that we have in mind. We don't know yet who's going to drive it. But we do have a couple of really good candidates that would make good candidates. And one of those has already been a Jeepney driver in the past. So Fed Up wants to drive. Okay. Steve, 25901. How are you, sir? Yeah, the 800 pesos would be my take after paying the driver. Okay. So it's pretty good. It's almost double the national average. Yeah, I've only seen, you know what, Rory? I've only seen pictures of it, and the pictures look, really good. The pictures look really good of the Jeepney. So we're going to go probably this afternoon to go check it out, meet the owner, and then we're going to make a decision. We need to think about how we transfer the title or get the title transferred into our name, how we make it legal, because I don't want to, get into something that's going to bite me in the ass later. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that, because Filipinos tend to pass the money out, shake hands, and bye-bye, and that's it. And, I don't operate that way. There's going to have to be some type of paperwork involved. I want to make sure that it's legit. I want to make sure this guy actually owns the Jeep. It's in his name. So we have a lot of homework to do first. We're not going to buy it Filipino style. We're going to buy it American style, where everything's legitimate and FedUp says that diesel engines are a pain. Would I ever try driving it? I would drive it, Mike Foodie, but I'm not allowed to work here. So if I was driving it would just be around the barangay or something, just for fun. And just to see the looks on people's faces. That would be funny. I'm in northern Manila, Golden Boy. North Caloocan City, northern Manila. And that's funny that you say that. How did you find me? If you don't mind me asking you. How did you find me today? 180 Golden Boy, if you've never watched my videos. Rory, I'm being told that he's selling the Jeep because he's just too busy to deal with it. He also owns a grocery store. And he's taking on more than he can chew. He has bit off more than he can chew. That's what I've been told. But believe me, that was my first question. Why is he selling the Jeepney? Yes, Steve 25901. They're not taking the Jeepneys off the road right now. There's a movement to go green with the Jeeps, but that is not. You got to remember, this is. They would basically shut down the Philippines. If they outlawed all the Jeepneys, they'd shut down the Philippines. So they can't just do it that way. They can't say, on this day, you can't drive a diesel-powered Jeepney anymore because the Philippines would shut down. All the businesses would shut down because people can't get to where they're going. People can't get to work. People can't get to the mall to buy things. It would be devastating for the country if they put a deadline on it. And these people that are Jeepney owners now can't afford to go spend I think the new green Jeepney that's built in China is 13,500 USD, I think, is what it costs, which is not a lot of money for a foreigner, but yeah, Steve, they're put out a service for violations for different things. You can go to the LTO office here and see a graveyard of old Jeepneys. Yeah, check out everything before cash. Exactly, Dennis. If you start it with a screwdriver in the column, yeah, that might be a red flag. He was searching. Oh, there you go. Okay, you found me through the algorithm. Well, I guess the algorithm's working for me today. Yeah, become a subscriber, Golden Boy. We'd love to have you aboard. Yeah, the country would literally shut down. I mean, I don't know what percentage of the population travels by Jeepney, but it's tremendous, you guys. It's tremendous, the number of people that travel by Jeep. So if they just took all those Jeeps off the road one day, it would basically bring the country to a complete halt. Yeah, it would be devastating for the country. I too have seen a lot of Jeepneys that have been taken out of commission for one reason or another. Dangerous, various mechanical violations, according to MMDA. That's very true. They couldn't have vehicle emission inspections here. If they do, it's failing miserably. Yeah, fed up. I think the first phase, and I can show you guys what I have here. Oh. No, I don't know what I've done with it now, but I had a really good brochure on the. Oh, what did I do with that? See if I've got it so I can show you the picture. I don't know. I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. I found it. I'm still organizing this disorganized house. Okay, these are the new Jeepneys. Called a Euro 4. So the first phase of going green is getting rid of the diesel engines. There's two variations of it. There's another one. So you can buy the traditional type. Yeah, and so the first phase of going green is these are not diesel engines. These are gasoline-powered engines. If they could get the diesel engines off the road, that would be huge in this country because so many of the cars, I mean, Rory says he's seen signs for the emission tests. Yeah, I can't imagine there being an emission test. It seems to me like thanks, Golden Boy. 180 Golden Boy. Thank you for that. Now, I've inquired about buying one of these. You know, we ran into this guy, and they never get back to you. I've emailed him a couple of times. The problem with buying a brand new Jeepney is now you have to go find a route too that's available. Now, this Jeepney that's for sale already is on a route. It's already approved by LTO. He has a route. It's licensed. It's got the everything. Oh, to open a ladyboy barber salon, you have a lot of experience in this field. I don't really have that much experience. Yeah, gas would be better. Yeah, exactly. These are air conditioned, and you only enter by the driver here. You can't see it, but there's a driver door here. You can't jump in the back of it. There's no back door. You get in this way, that's all glass, and it's air con. You know? And of course, this one looks more like something from Europe. I don't really like that one. This is the one I would want. If I was going to be an owner of one, I'd want that one because that's cool. And then this has the flashing name here. It's really bitching. When they turn it on, the one at the auto show is it's nice. And it's big inside, you know. And has aircon. 16-pack or 22-pack. Oh, you mean how many people can sit in there? I don't know. They were pretty impressive, though, you guys. You know? .4 cylinder inline turbo intercooler, 2.8 liter. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've emailed the guy a couple of times, and yeah. Oh, you said 90%. Yeah, I wouldn't quite go that high, but it seems like everybody's driving a diesel here. Yeah, Golden Boy, it's exactly how it works here. Everybody has a route. But also you have to, get approved and certified for that route. So it means one other driver has to fall off. So you take a chance by buying a new jeepney. You might not be able to get into the... Yeah. The buses all have a designated route. That's right. Yeah, fed up. I don't know anybody. I haven't become good enough friends with anybody that's a truck driver to find out just what they're doing on a day. Melanie says it's no good, but there's got to be something to it. If you look at the number of truck drivers that exist, there's got to be somebody's. I mean, they're making something. They wouldn't do it, right? Or it's just that same old thing where you work in the Philippines for a little bit of money. Yeah, the routes are called franchises. That's correct. And you have to have a franchise route, whether you're going for a UV Express. We were gonna go for the UV Express first, but there's just nothing available here. All the routes or franchises are taken. And until the LTO releases, if it's the LTO, I don't know who does it. Until they release more franchises, there's just, there's no reason to get into that. But that was our first plan of action. So we were going to buy a Toyota Hiace or one of those awesome multi-passenger vehicle vans and go and make a go at it with a UV Express business. Try and get a couple of those on the road because we know those are good. Yeah, no money in tricycle. I've heard that too. Yeah. Hey, there's Shirley. Hi, Shirley. Yeah, that's right, Rory. Even in big families, there'll just be 2 people working to support the big family when they could have 8 people working. But they choose just to live day to day. That's the culture here. Shirley's in the house. Do by Shirley. H Effect, how are you, sir? H Effect says there's no money in jeepneys or trikes unless you have a resort and you want to cater to your clients. Well, there you go. Buy 3 cars and get drivers, pay daily rate, and become a Grab franchise. There you go. Doing good, H Effect. Even Grab, though, you need certification for that. Yeah. do the private driver type car. Yeah, because foreigners will pay big money. Foreigners will pay big money for the convenience of going from Angeles to Manila Airport. Yeah, the Japanese pay. That's true. And so do the Koreans. Because the Koreans are just here a lot of times for 3-4 days, so they drop a ton of cash. Food cart business. Try doing a tour business with a nice van. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Golden Boy. And the Hangouts, the Google Hangouts are even funner because you can bring more people online and see them down in the corner of the screen. BK. How are you, BK? Thanks for coming in. If you own the Jeep and you have somebody else drive, the owner will make money. Yeah, I agree with that too. H Effect has somebody who's doing something and he brings home $6K a day. Sorry, H Effect, I mixed. Oh, private car. Yeah. The last hour at work. Golden Boy says my appearance on screen would freeze all your screens. Shirley is talking about Cafe Tribu. Tribu is the best. We start talking about food again, I'm going to start getting hungry. Oh. Doing good, BK. Welcome to the chat, baby. The H Effect, that's big money in the Philippines. $6K a day on an average day. I mean, that means some days he's making 10. So that's big bucks here. You could work a couple of days a week and be fine. Yeah, fed up. There's so many sorry stores right next to my house. I could hit 10 sorry stores with a rock from my front door. 180 Golden Boy. Western food is hit and miss here, depending on where you go. There's 7-Elevens that sell Western food. Some grocery stores you'll find things that can be cooked inside a condo. You'll be okay. Get a V contract to sit near a school and sell ice cream. Yeah, you probably do pretty good. The kids love ice cream here. We sell ice candy and ice. Oh, really? Yeah. Anything that you do here, everyone else will be doing it too. It's true. So long I have a nice cooking. So long as I have a nice cooking something for a long term in the Philippines, I'll be fine there eating. I think your autocorrect did something there. Have you ever considered drop shipping to generate extra income? Drop shipping. I have not. Oh, a nice cooking area, meaning a nice kitchen. Okay. Yeah. That's okay, BK. Don't worry. It's no worry. My Tagalog sucks. It's okay, but it sucks. He tried a soft core video from last Friday. He's waiting for the funds to roll in on that one. Surely, I think it took me. First of all, I'll tell you this: I didn't monetize. I was up and running, putting videos up and making money for 4 years before I ever monetized my channel. So I had money in the bank. I had like 500 USD in the bank. They had never paid me. But once I went through the process, it probably took about 2 weeks, and they approved me. And I got paid the very next payday. I got paid. They paid me all that money I had in the bank. So you have to approve. You have to get your bank system approved, your taxes, and your home address. They send a card to your home address with a 4-digit code on it or something, like 6-digit code. I tried getting it sent here to the Philippines. It didn't work for me. Okay, so I had to change it and have it sent to one of my friend's house in the U.S. And I'm using his address for my YouTube address, an American address. Once I changed it to the American address, he got the card like in 3 days. Yeah, the AdSense account. That's correct, the AdSense account. But once I changed it from the Philippines address to the American address, he received the postcard like in 3 days that had the code on it. Once I inputted that code, boom, I was approved. And yeah, that's the AdSense. Rory, you can still use TurboTax to do it yourself, or you can go to, I know in Angeles City, there's several different tax agents that do taxes for foreigners, Americans. Oh, really? The sarongs. Well, he made pretty good money there, Golden Boy. It sounds like it. Okay, you're into review now? Yeah, just hang in there, Shirley. It took me probably, I'd say, a couple of weeks to get the whole thing done. I didn't even realize I had that money in my account, you know. Well, Steve, you only claim, you have to make a certain amount of money in the U.S. to file taxes. I think you have to be over 8,500. You have to make over 8,500 a year to even file for the U.S. income tax. So you would only claim it if you go over that certain amount, that minimum amount that's required in the U.S. to file. So wrong. The wife says it's so wrong. I wore one at me and Melanie's wedding. That's on the. It's in the video list if you want to see it. The profit he made paid for his next flight. Oh, I'm not going anywhere, Golden Boy. I live here. Oh, you're talking about the guy that sold the David Beckham shirts. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know, Roy. I just know that as a foreigner here with assets in the U.S., you want to make sure that you're always doing everything right here. They can freeze your account. And then, once your American bank account gets frozen or my 401k account gets frozen, then I'm really screwed. So then I'll have to fly back there to the U.S. to probably take care of it. I won't be able to take care of it here. So all I know is I try to make sure that everything is, taken care of at all times. I don't want to take any chances with anything. Thanks, Golden Boy, once again for joining the channel, and it's good to have you on. Yeah, I won't have to file. I won't have to file for 2018 because I won't have any income really. I'm not working. I'm only going to have whatever I make on YouTube, and that's not going to be much. Yeah. Yeah, you just want to. I was able to successfully file this last year, but the problem was TurboTax would not accept my credit card. Even though I'm with Bank of America, I couldn't use my credit card because it has a Filipino address, and they would not accept it for payment. So I had to get my sister, who lives in Seattle, to pay for my TurboTax fees for me so I could file. Kind of sucked, I thought. You have to fly to Guam to get it straight. Oh. Well, that would be nice if you only had to fly to Guam. Oh, that's nice, Rory. Bob Dylan auctioning off the virginity. Michael Cruz, hello, sir, from Canada. Yes, Golden Boy, you have that correct. Some people say you can extend at the airport for 59. You can extend for 60 at the airport on the day you land. I've never done that. I don't know, but some people say you can do it. So ask when you go through immigration. Maybe you can get 60 right away. Then you don't have to think about it. There you go, Bob. Shirley's the only taker. You might want to give her your PayPal account number or your PayPal name so she can choke lung. Thailand is becoming so strict now with visas. Thailand has always been strict with visas. But yeah, you're right. They did. I'm the same, Rory. All of my banking's in the U.S. They did tighten the noose even more, like back in, God, I want to say it was 2013 or something. HFX says he's done it a few times. You can extend right there at the airport, right in front of the agent who is checking you in, I'm assuming. I don't know. Do I have that right, HFX? When you go through immigration, the guy who stamps your passport will extend you and take payment and everything right there? Or is that how it's done? I don't know. Never done it, never done it. I've never stayed more than 30 days until I moved here. So, okay, you need to go to another booth. Would that be after he goes through immigration or before? There you go. We're solving the world's problems, baby. We're going to get Golden Boy the right information. HFX, is that before going through immigration or after? Right after. Okay, there you go. You got that, Golden Boy? So you get your passport stamped, and you might want to ask that person where to go to get your extension. And don't worry, if they don't know, they'll just tell you where to go anyway. So, oh, it's over by luggage claim. There you go. It's before baggage claim. Sorry. There you go, Golden Boy. Now you're dialed in for 60, baby, before you even get in the taxi and get ripped off by them. Ah, there's a good question. I would imagine you would need pesos. When you arrive, they will ask you when you're leaving. Say 60 days from now. They will point you to the booth. There you go. Great answer. Michael Cruz will have a 13A on arrival. That's nice. Yeah, only PHP allowed. There you go, Golden Boy. You are set, buddy. PHP only, Golden Boy. So you're going to have to do a little money changing too. That's right there as well. Don't worry. I always had pesos on me when I landed, but from the previous trip. But I think the first time I came to the Philippines, I only cashed in $50 at the airport, just enough to get me into a. Well, no, actually, I always had a shuttle. My general rule was I would cash in only $100 at the airport because the rate at the airport's lower. Right inside the airport, Robert, they have money changers inside the airport. The rate's going to be a little bit lower, but you don't want to cash in a bunch there. You're only going to cash in what you need to get you out in town, because out in town, the money changer is going to be so much higher. Probably 2 to 3 pesos higher. Now, how about that, Rory? I told you I could hold my own, baby. Now. How you like me now, Rory? I told you I could hold my own here, baby. Shirley's laughing. If Melanie was here, we'd have 30, which she might be pretty soon. We've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. She'll probably be home pretty soon. Oh. Landed in Manila once with no pesos. Bank was closed. So was the exchange booth at 3 a.m. Well, what'd you do? Just wait it out? Did you just stay at the airport till 6 or something? That's a pretty good story. Typically, Golden Boy, it's about 1,500 pesos to extend. It might be more if you get it at the airport. I don't know. HFF, do you happen to remember how much that was? Okay, it's coming in now 2,000. That's about $40 US. 2,000 at the airport, so it's a little bit more. Oh, you sat on your bags for 4 hours. Yeah, and you know, when you're coming into, when I think back at the terminals you would come into, there's really not a lot to do at 3 a.m. Although you probably could have jumped in a taxi and he would have took care of you, because money changers do stay open all night, you know. Oh, wow. Robert Leibold doing shots. Okay, Rory, thanks for coming in, bud. That was fun. Golden Boy, yeah, it's going to be about the same. I have found that different immigrations charge different prices. I don't know why. It seemed to be more money to extend down in the Subic area than it is to extend at SM North in Quezon City. I don't know why. I don't know if they do that because if they charge you more because they can. And what are you going to do? I'm a foreigner. What am I going to do? Am I going to challenge them on it? Probably not, right? Oh, I see, H effect. You came in to, I thought you actually had no money on you. I see. Prior planning, H effect. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. That's what they told me in the Marine Corps. The 6 P's. Always remember the 6 P's. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Yep. It used to be $1 a day. That's what the cost came out to. It's a little bit more now. It's about $1. I want to say it's $1.30 a day for visa extension. I had it worked out. See, I don't care now because I'm on a Valak buy-in. So, yeah, $39. And I know back in 2012, 2013, when I first started following the Philippines closely because I was going to come here, it was only $1 a day exactly for Americans. Oh, yeah. It's like 5 years ago, right? It's gone up quite a bit, and they really overcharge you for that ACR card as well. The ACR card's like 3,500 pesos or something ridiculous. 2,800 pesos or something like that. It's just like, come on. They make, this country makes quite a bit of money on foreigners, just in immigration fees. Got to pay for the lamination. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's because it's imported here. It's an island country, so probably cost them a shit ton to buy lamination from China. Right? H effect. I never got an ACR card. Oh. Yeah, you really only need the ACR card if you want to open a bank account. Dennis Brock said in 2000 it was only 21 days. Ah, so a visa extension only lasted for 21 days? Wow, that's weird. Why would they make it so inconvenient? It's a good question. H effect, I don't know if you would be in any violation of anything if you didn't have an ACR card. I don't know if you would be in violation of any visa status, tourist visa status. I don't know. It's a good question. It's something I've never really thought of. Of course, I'm living here, so I wanted to get one because a bank won't take you. You can't open a bank account without one. You can't get a driver's license without one. You have to have the ACR card first. The ACR card is your Philippines ID card. So a lot of times it's required. But I would imagine that if you're not going to drive and you're not going to open up a bank account, there's probably not really a reason to get one. Although, I'll tell you this. When you go back for that second, when you go in for your 60-day extension, didn't they ask you to, you said you stayed 4 months. I think now, H effect, it's mandatory at 60 days. When you go in for that 60-day extension, they're gonna tell you, okay, it's time for you to get your ACR card. Clayton Stanley, welcome back. For me, it was automatic. The ACR card came automatically. I was not given an option to not get it. So I think maybe now it is. I think it's mandatory now at 60 days, really. About 2,500 pesos or 2,800, something like that, Golden Boy. And that's renewable every year. You have to get a new one every year. Oh, yeah. When you consider the extension monthly, and then you would think that we'd be treated a little bit better, right? And I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't mean to say that way, but you would think that, and maybe from a government standpoint of view, you are, because they realize that you're the amount of money you pay to live here, and that you're pumping so much money into their society. I'm not saying that you should be treated differently or special, but yeah, probably treated better in Asia. Well, in a lot of the tourist areas, everybody's trying to rip you off. Everybody, and that sucks. But that's what you live with. Yeah, thought you was making a joke. Yeah. Does the Philippines have a big influx of Chinese tourists? I would say probably yes to that, although I'm not really sure. I was in Bangkok, man, and there was 2 buses, maybe it was more than that, maybe 3 or 4 buses of Chinese tourists that came in. And man, they just take over everything when they come in. The breakfast buffet was just miserable. And it was actually a really nice buffet. The food was good, but you can't get anything because they just take over. I mean, they'll cut right in front of you and take your egg that you ordered. They have no And how odd is that? I guess it's just, I guess that's their culture. We just hated going to breakfast. We tried to get in there after the Chinese tourists were done so that we could have some kind of a nice experience. We made the mistake of going down there. Wow, and it was just horrendous, man. Brian Hatcher, hey, buddy. Welcome to the chat. How you doing, Brian? Yeah, Dennis Press says a lot of Koreans retire here. I was actually shocked at the behavior of the Chinese tourists. I had no idea it was that bad. Although I have read that they were very rude. No elevator manners, no manners in the big buffet breakfast. It's just horrendous, their behavior. Yeah. Well, the Chinese and Koreans, their money goes a long way here, just like the Americans. Yeah, we're not here. You know, most of us aren't here for the sisig. That's for sure. And we're not here for the great customer service that exists here. Brian, too drunk to chat. Right on, buddy. Good for you. I'm on the wagon. I'm like 48 hours no alcohol right now. Trying to reduce my alcohol input. I've been on a bit of a bender lately. I need to back off some. H Effect comes to the Philippines for the warm beer. I thought that was Germany. Yeah, shocking behavior, man. This was in Thailand, or Bangkok. We were at a really nice hotel in Bangkok, and man, just really a bummer, I thought. No manners for the Koreans, too. Really? I didn't know that. Where do you think that comes from? Does that come from a sense of being in an overpopulated, born and raised in an overpopulated atmosphere your whole life? Is that where it comes from? Where you just have to grab and take whatever it is, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Oh, the freezer and San Miguel is a good mix. San Miguel Slurpees. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's where it comes from. You know, it's a little bit like that here in the Philippines too. There's kind of an aggressive, sort of rude thing that happens. You don't always see it, but it's common. All right, Brian Hatcher watching at a bar with a few girls in the OC. Nice. I bet those are Asian girls. It has been like that for 1,000 years for the Chinese and Koreans. Oh. So somebody else mentioned it's a class thing, that they look down on others. I wonder if that's true. I bet that would be true with North Koreans for sure. North Koreans don't travel. Yeah, that's true. I guess you would never have a chance to to experience that. I didn't think about that. Their government doesn't allow them to do anything. Sharks Bar in Newport Beach. Ah, people at the bar are tripping on me. Why? Oh, Sharkies. Yeah, yeah. Golden Boy, that is a little bit off. Our summer starts in April here. So November to April, really. Just adjust it by 1 month. It's almost like Thailand. Or sorry, November to March. Sorry. Our summer starts in April. It starts getting brutally hot here in April. Sorry, I was a month off there. Clayton, we've had typhoons for the last 2 months here. But yeah, I think November is a prominent month. But we've had typhoons pretty regularly for the last 2 months here. 2 to 3 months, actually. It really never stops. It's, you know. Yeah, May is a pretty, April and May both. And June held its own. The great thing about summertime, though, is at least where I live here in northern Manila, we got almost every day. You could almost set your clock to it. About 3 o'clock, 3 p.m., it would rain. Rain for 5 minutes. Rain super hard for 5 minutes, and it would cool everything off. So it was kind of nice. Typhoon season ends around March. Okay. Starts up again in August. Yeah. Yeah, June to March. There you go. Yeah, we've had, yeah. Don't look so serious. Oh, sorry, I was thinking that I got behind and I'm looking to see where I left off. And on my end, the chat flashes. And then it flashes and scrolls at the same time. So you think that you've gotten behind, but I'm not Buddhist. It's just a picture. I know you know that, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, Filipinos view the rain here as like having acid in it, and it harms your body. And that's probably true for the first 5 minutes of rain. It probably is an acid rain, considering the the pollution from all the jeepneys. But our kids, you see our video. Our kids go out and play in it. Sometimes you can't You can't escape it. You either go outside or... Yeah, too bad we're not doing a hangout so we can see Brian's company, right? We were doing a hangouts. He could join. We could check out his company he's got with him. Golden Boy, there's probably a sizable expat community in Manila. There's nothing where I live here, very, very few. I've only met, personally, maybe 3 expats in 10 months in the area I live in. But in the city center, there's probably quite a few expats, yeah. Yeah, the Filipinos believe the same thing, that the rain makes you sick. What they don't realize, it's getting rained on and then going into the aircon is what makes you sick. It's not the actual rain. It's not the act of the rain falling on your head. That's more of a mythical type thing that they would believe here. Oh. Can't do anything less than threesomes. What a guy. You can tell he's drinking, huh? I got to get that Google Hangouts thing figured out. Maybe Friday will be a hangout and somebody else can join if they want. If I'm going to get sick from the rain, why do I need to take a bath and get caught in the rain? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They also believe here that say we go to the gym. Now, when I go to the gym or I work out, whatever I do, even if I just go for a run over to the cemetery, I sweat, man. I mean, I sweat. And they believe that coming home from the gym and washing that sweat off your body is harmful to your health. Filipinos believe that. You should never shower after working out. It's bad for your health. And the first thing I want to do is get all this sweat off of me, you know. It's the first thing I want to do is get the sweat off of me. I feel disgusted with all the sweat and the, you know, yeah. Yeah, there you go, Clayton. It's still 70 and not 35. Yeah, that's... Brian Hatcher, you're not going to take him to the boat? You're taking him to the house? Yeah, I need a shower after the gym, too. That's the first thing I want to do, man, is clean my body up from being so sweaty and nasty. Fed up. We see kids outside in the rain with bars of soap all the time. It cracks me up, man. It's hilarious. Free shower. That's what they call it, a free shower. So funny. Thanks, Dennis, for coming in. Good to see you again, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to be out of here pretty soon, too. I'm spent. Yeah, Boracay. Boracay is going to open back up here very soon for limited participation by foreigners. I have seen that as well, H effect. Yes, the 21st. That's right. Ah, yeah, they'll get seasick. The Santa Anas are blowing, huh, Brian? Lex 500, how are you? The fancier gyms, Lex 500 that cater to the foreigners would have a gym. Your basic Filipino gym is not going to have a shower, no. No, I'm on the wagon, fed up. I'm trying to drink only on Fridays now. Doing a little too much drinking, so trying to, back off before it gets out of hand, I guess would be the correct way to look at it. Golden Boy, absolutely. Filipinos are very friendly, although very, very shy to speak English. So, and don't speak English, even though it's the second most spoken language in the country. You're not going to hear a lot of English being spoken here. And a lot of the locals, now you got to remember, I live in an area where there's no foreigners, okay? So a lot of the local people around me, although there's very many that are friendly, the majority will not talk to me at all because they don't want to deal with having to speak English. They're very, very shy to speak English. Yeah, H effect, you know what I'm talking about, right? Plus, the things that you have to deal with here are so much easier to deal with if you have a little buzz on your face. You know what I mean? It's easier to smile at it. And I totally understand why so many foreigners become, rampant alcoholics here. The booze is cheap. It's more fun here when you're drunk. But the problem is you tend to say things you shouldn't say. And yeah, shot of gin solves a lot. For me, it was a shot of Emperador. Alcohol is a truth serum. And telling the truth here is never really a good idea. Get you in a lot of trouble. Pointing out the truth, speaking the truth. About $2 for a bottle, a 0.750, about $2 for a bottle of, Emperador is what? Rum or brandy? What is Emperador? It's brandy, right? That's the Filipino brandy. So it's cheap. Yeah. And then you can get a 1 liter bottle for just another 25 pesos, 125. Clayton Stanley had a drink for the first time in 7 years. Yeah, Clayton, your sister-in-law, and you'll find a lot of people that speak very little English and understand very little. I've been into a basic motorcycle shop here in my city, right outside the gate, and the girl wouldn't even talk to me. She was just gave me the hand. She gave me the Iron Man hand. And to her, she just didn't want to deal with me. Didn't want to speak English. When you get lit, you tell them all they're good looking. Yeah, and that's even something that they don't respond to very well here. Yeah. H effect, okay. It's something that a lot of the vloggers don't talk about either. Has anybody else noticed that? Golden Boy, the most popular beer here is Red Horse. And it's sold in liter bottles for 80 pesos. So that's $1.70 for a liter bottle. $1.65, $1.70, something like that. Clayton Stanley, yeah. It's not something that necessarily bothers me, but when you have no idea what's going on around you, it makes life here a little bit difficult. My family speaks Tagalog to each other. They don't speak English. So are they easily offended? Yes. Yes. Golden Boy, the Philippines is almost identical to Thailand. It's very much a face-saving country. All the same rules apply. But I believe that Filipinos are even more sensitive than the Thais. Okay? So keep that in mind when you come. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of things to remember. There's no constructive criticism here at all. This is a country, the Philippines is a country where nobody does anything wrong. Filipinos will not confront one another about anything, ever. They just don't do it. So you can imagine what's going to happen to a foreigner who tries to confront a Filipino. You're going to be in big, big trouble. If they won't do it to each other, there's no way you as a foreigner is going to come into this country and do it to them either. It's just the way it is. It's the culture here. Yeah. My wife, you want to know how bad it really is, you guys? My wife caught one of her nieces stealing money out of her purse. Melanie caught one of her nieces. This is a girl in her 20s that knows better, stealing money out of Melanie's purse. And Melanie did not confront her on it because she didn't want to embarrass her. That's the culture here. That's how bad it is, okay? That's how bad it is. She didn't want to embarrass her and cause her to lose face because she was stealing from her tita, her auntie. Yeah. My wife did not want to cause her to lose face, so she didn't say anything about it. That's how bad this culture is. And that explains a lot about the position and where this country is, why it's in the condition that it's in. That's the attitude of the people. Nobody ever does anything wrong. So now imagine me as a stepfather coming in here and trying to straighten out these kids and make better people out of them. You know, although I will say that right now, I think that we have come into a crossroads. You know, me and my kids, we're in about the best place that we've ever been right now, and I'm glad to say that I think that we have jumped a hurdle in this family. Things are different. The kids are starting to step up and do some work around the house. Melanie's starting to step up and assign them more things to do around the house. Yeah, that's just the way it is here. Just the way it is. You know, nobody does anything wrong. There's plenty of complaining. Melanie will complain to me about her sister did this to her, or her brother's doing that. But she would never say it to her brother or sister. So the behavior never gets corrected. You know what I mean? The behavior just continues because nobody will say anything. Even Melanie's mother. Now, Melanie's mother is the matriarch of the family. And if she was to say something to my kids, my stepkids, or say something to her own son, it would turn them around and have a very big impact. But she won't do it because she might cause somebody to lose face. And you can't do that in this country. You know, you cannot confront somebody and cause them to lose face. It's the worst thing in the world. Yeah. But anyway, you guys, that's life in the Philippines, and you learn to adjust to it. I'm like I told you guys, I think we've just recently, in the past couple of weeks, we have turned a corner in this family, and I'm happier. My acceptance level is way, way up. I'm thinking a lot more positive about things, and the fact that I want to stop drinking is a big thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although I haven't witnessed anything like that, H effect, even Melanie has been a little lenient on me with my drinking. I wish that, Melanie has not really confronted me about it, although she knew. She knew I was on the bottle pretty hard. Never said anything. And if she would have said something, it would have made it. I can't make her understand the fact that if she would have said something, it would make such a big difference in my life. You got to call me on shit that I do wrong or say, How am I going to know? Or how am I going to stop if you don't correct me? But they don't think that way here, you guys. That's a Westerner thinking. They don't think that way here. Melanie told me at one point that she was taking pictures of the bottle with her phone. She knew where my bottle was. And that when I was in the hospital with a bad liver, she was going to show me those pictures. And I can't make her understand that, honey, it's too late at that point. Show me the pictures right now. Let that impact soak into my head. But they just don't think that way here. They'll complain about one another, but they won't complain directly to that person's face. I hear it all the time. Complaints about family members. So-and-so's doing this. So-and-so's doing that. Well, why don't you say something? If you want the behavior to stop, say something about it. No, can't do that. I think it stems from the fact they have so little, the pride is the only thing they have left. So to lose that, yeah. Oh, yeah, Melanie's she does. But, they just think so much differently here. Well, Clayton, that's good. If you have a Filipina that's confrontational, I think it's almost better. It's better than letting things go and holding stuff inside. That's where that tampo comes from, where they don't talk to you for 2 days. They just push all those feelings down inside and they let it eat their stomach away. Instead of coming out and saying, hey, I don't like the fact that you're doing this, or I don't like the fact that you're doing that. It'd be so much easier. Just get it out in the open and talk about it. But this is their culture, so you can't, and I'm in it. So the kids, though, are starting to get to the point where they're going, I think the kids are going, you know what? Dad's right, man. We're slacking around here. We need to step up to the plate and help Mama a little bit more. I think they're starting to get it, because I'm giving them tasks to do. When they come home from school, they got to do their dishes. They always eat as soon as they come home from school. I've told them, you guys have to do those dishes. Don't leave them sit there for your mother to do. Your mother's been working all day long. And they're starting to get me, I think. It's taken a while. At first, they found me very insulting. They thought I was just an insulting person living under the roof. But now I think they're starting to realize, he's right. Daddy's right. We need to start listening to him a little bit more. Plus, I'm just developing we've had some real bonding type moments lately. Me and my daughter, me and my son. And I think that they're starting to, maybe that light bulb in the head is just starting to come on a little bit, We'll see. I'll keep you posted. But it's looking really good. It is. Yeah, Clayton, I can't say an argument something that ever happens with a Filipina because it's just something they don't do, you know, arguing something they don't do. They don't want to be involved in it. They love to watch it on TV and listen to it on the radio. All those teledramas, they love that shit, man. But arguing is something, yeah, arguing something they just don't really do. And I've been called on that as well about everybody being so dramatic here. And it's true, they are dramatic, but they tend to really hold that inside. That's just my experience. But I think I'm in a very typical situation, you know? I think I'm in a very typical situation. I don't think my situation is unique. I'm with a Filipino family. I moved into their house, okay? They were here already. I didn't build this. I didn't pay for it. A lot of foreigners are in a different situation where they bought the house or they paid to have the house built and moved the family into a nice house. That's not the situation that I'm in. I moved into their situation here. So it puts me on kind of a different, right? You guys agree? It puts me on a different a level. I'm not so quick to throw the gauntlet and say, this has to be done this way or this has to be done that way. That doesn't work here. MRJL says he's been through that. Okay. With the kids, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. Yeah. It's not easy, but all I want to do, you know, is give them a better chance. Give them a little bit of discipline and a little bit of structure in their life so that when they get out in the real world, they'll understand that how important it is to, if you're given a task, do that task to the best of your ability. Don't just throw it together. Don't just do it quickly because you want to get back to your tablet or your gadget or whatever the hell it is. Do that task well and build a good image for yourself. Build an image that says, you're a good guy. I gave you this task. I can trust and count on you. I'm trying to make them understand how important that is to build that character and to, you know, that's all I'm trying to do is give them a little bit of discipline in their lives and structure because none of that is, there's no such thing here in the Philippines, really, you guys. How long have I been with my wife? Melanie and I have been together since about 2012, 2013, when we first met online, developed an online relationship, and then met in person. My wife will tell you how the cow is going to eat the cabbage. Yeah. Well, we do minimize the gadgets. They're not allowed to have the gadgets at all during the school week. They only get them Friday night after they get home from school. And, I mean, after that, the kids check out. I mean, my kids can spend 12 hours staring at a cell phone without even moving, you guys. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. I would be so bored. I really would. Yeah, we're trying, Brian. I don't know. I just hope that they do better. You know, that I'm just hoping that I can be some kind of a positive influence on their life. That's all I can hope to do. One thing I know is I'll never do that if I'm drinking every day. So even a little bit is too much, in my opinion now. So right on, guys. Good time. Good time, good chat. Yeah, it's the same. True that, lead by example. Well, all you can do is try, H effect, right? Well, I'm still going to AC. Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy? I'm just about to call it a day. Yeah, Golden Boy, check that out. No way, Brian. When did I say that? I'm still going to come up there. Never liked AC. Always caught a cold when I used it. Yeah, we're still on, buddy. We're still on for expat terrorizing of Angeles City. Lots of pool, lots of darts, lots of different food. That's the one thing I like about going there is you can get such a wide variety of food that I can't get here. So yeah. Apparently Brian Hatcher does too. So I think we're gonna be shooting some pool, some darts, eating some sushi. Oh. Yeah. No, Brian, Melanie knows. Melanie knows, that I'm going to head up there to go hang out with Brian and Tuck Tuck and all of my English-speaking friends. So she knows. She knows that I need to get out of here every now and then because, I don't have any idea what the hell's going on around me. There's no English. And when I go up there, I can go into just about any bar and there's several English-speaking people. I can have a conversation with just about anybody. I mean, that's not the case here, She knows that. I just watched a Joe Rogan, funny that you said that, Golden Boy. I just watched a Joe Rogan stand-up act on Netflix. Pretty funny. I saw him live, too, back in Orange County at the Orange County Spectrum, the Laugh Factory or one of those places. I don't remember what it was. Clayton Stanley, haven't got to that point yet. Oh. All right, guys, I'm going to call the chat here at 3:06. Yeah, Brian, I was talking about the comedy club at the Spectrum. I think it's still there. That's where I saw Joe Rogan quite a few years ago, though. This was back in his Fear Factor days, Yeah, I'll be back on Friday, Fed Up, at 10 a.m. And I think what I'm going to do is just move the chat to Friday only. Okay, Golden Boy, it's going to be Friday, 10 a.m. Philippines time. Right about the same time as you found me today. Come back on Friday. Well, I don't know. Where are you at again, Golden Boy? Did you say you're in Canada? Thank you, Clayton. Always good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in and offering your input on solving the problems we have in the Philippines. Okay, Brian, you're on the ground November 10th. We'll talk about this more later. I'll chat with you through Viber. Not Viber, Instagram. Okay. Oh, Sheffield, UK, 6 a.m. there. Okay. So, yeah, and it's 1 p.m. here. Okay. And I've been on for 3 hours. So figure that out. That's about the time you'll find me. And I'm on right exactly at 10 o'clock, all right, on Friday. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for joining the chat. It's always great to see everybody. And thanks for supporting the channel, too, you know. I only do this because of you guys. And it gives me a chance to chat. Would be great if I could hear your voices. But anyway, thanks again. And we'll see you on the next one. From North Caloocan City, where the city meets the province, baby. And probably be putting a new video up tonight. Bye now.